I just picked this thing up. That's right. That's a 2009 Yamaha Tmax. It's a project. It's not working. It requires a lot of work. I've been wanting a scooter for a while. I've been out of the scooter game, so I wanted to find one. Follow the channel. I had a 2009 black and yellow version that I liked much more, and I picked it up fairly cheap. Same as this, but this one's in much more horrible condition. You can see the seat is ripped, and let's see what else. The owner started to rip into it because he couldn't get the seat open, and you know, the key does not go in, but he did turn on the bike and it did start, and I saw it, but it is stuck, and there is a reason. I've been pouring like WD-40 in there, but it's not wanting to turn, and I think it's just a bunch of rust that's in there. The gas tank is, I'm unable to open it, so don't know exactly how I'm going to get it open, but I might just break the lock. And the tires, they're flat. The stem on this tire is gone. You know, this is faded. It looks like it was stored outside, and the massive windscreen looks like it was stored outside too. So I mean, this thing, I don't know if this will come out. Let's look. I mean, it's not horrible. I think once I clean up all the plastics and all this weathering, it's got some marks on there. This part looks okay. I'm like looking around, see if there's any more damage. These are very sought after scooters. The mirrors are intact. This one's got 18,000 miles. Not bad for a 500. It was working a while ago. I actually got this. So the ignition won't go in. I don't know how he turned it, but that's water. Look at this. That's water inside. This guy told me he kept it stored. It's stored inside, but this does not look like it's stored inside. Let's gently put that. Of freaking messing around with the key, it finally lit up. So let's see what we got here. Trip A, 18,000 miles. So I'm gonna hold the brake, and it starts up. So that's what I was afraid of. I can't run it for a lot, just because, look at that, blinkers work. I was kind of afraid it wasn't going to light up, but there we go. There we go, and it's quiet. Heated grips. Yeah. So that's it, guys. The bike is nice and alive. All right, guys, it is time to tear into the Tmax. Up front here, we have a flat tire with a broken stem. And look at this windscreen. You cannot see anything. The seat has seen better days. This is actually a cool seat. Let's get Cinderella ready for the ball. Let's get this Phillips. Pull this out. So it's binding somewhere down here. 2 bolts, and it'll come out. Just gonna start removing all of these 10 millimeters on the top. And this is where there was water collecting, so these are really rusty. To the gas tank, you have 2 10 millimeters. This one is a little bit tough to remove. Then you have another one in the front. Now we have to remove this cover. So in the gas tank or the plastic, there's 2 8. I was hoping I'm not doing this. The Phillips heads. And there we go. Closer to remove the pan, 10 millimeter. Right. Now there's a wire that you have to unclip. The one in the front. There we go. There we go. 10 millimeters here. Pull this. All maxi scooters are difficult to work on. This one was especially difficult. Steel wool, you'll be surprised how much you can remove. I mean, now let's roll all of this stuff out. Well, it's been taking me quite a bit of time to get to this point. Removing this plastic was a pain in the ass. This removes the blinker. Just look at this. Just dirt everywhere. All right, now it's getting looser. Oh my God, this is just insane. At least with this, we get to see up close the engine. I'm gonna try and remove the fuel pump. Remove that, and here is the fuel pump. There's still debris coming out. But it's all just surface rust, and up here is really not that important. There we go, finally. We have the ignition, everything is here. I had to drill this in order to get this out. All right, I finally managed to move the key to the right. And now look at this. Ta-ta! The cylinder. That's where I'm at today. And then hold the brake. It wants to start. Giving here we go. So here's the difference of spark plugs. So I got the 2 spark plugs. So I'm really hoping it's just as easy as the spark plug. Crossing my fingers here. Got the battery kind of charged. Oh my God, it's running. Barely. I just get the feeling that the injectors are clogged. A little bit of an issue here. The bike starts, but I think there's some issue with the air. That the smoke is coming from the exhaust. It's running really hot. So it's kind of weird. Like I didn't run it for very long. A new fuel pump. This is what I suspect is wrong with it. So let me just show you what happens with the bike. It cranks a little bit. Sometimes it idles, but it dies quickly. So if I turn it on, the fuel pump does work. See, it starts. I got it to run for a few seconds, and if I kind of do this with the throttle, it will keep running, but if you give it a lot, it just dies off. So we're ready to pull this out. Okay, so let's pull this out. Here is the new pump. So just make sure that the rubber is correctly mounted. Sender down and then kind of fit it this way. Yeah, that you line up with an arrow on the tank, then that's how you fit it in. Please work, please work. Now is that time. I am really nervous about this. Let's see. That's making a noise, high-pitched noise. That's good. Let's give it a start. Oh my God. That was it. Oh my God, that was it. Oh boy. That was very unexpected.
Sort of feel to it because it was sort of early kind of like non-tangible life form. And it's making us on Facebook sites 90% change
It's the seat mechanism. Needless to say, this looks like it's some sort of puzzle to put together. All right, I'm gonna go for a spin on the Tmax. Oh yeah, we're riding the Yamaha Tmax. This thing almost feels like it can wheelie over these speed bumps. Here's something that's happening. If I twist the throttle very quickly, I believe that the belt is slipping or something is happening. Oh my God, look at this thing. It just does not want to climb up. Hopefully we'll make it. Oh my God, Jesus. It is slipping like crazy. I'm back at it on the Tmax. Remember, the last time I rode this, it was losing power. It started out the day, it had plenty of power, good pep. Then all of a sudden I accelerated and it just revved up and it didn't go anywhere. And now we are going to start removing this area here. There we go. There we go. I'll remove this, same thing. I've already loosened these up. Pieces of metal in here. Is spray some of this penetrating fluid in here. This one's stripped. Yeah. Finally got this off. We have 8mm here. The one here. touch it here and then just kind of pull. It actually will come out. There we go. Now we should be able to reach the variator. But you can remove this. Remove this. There's a plate. Here we have the belt I removed, and this is the new belt. This feels pretty smooth to me. So I got the belt, the new belt ready on here. Put our belt here. And now the key is to lift up the plate. And to do that, the easier way is putting your knee on like this, then lifting up on the plate and pushing the belt inside. And you want to rotate the plate clockwise. So like that. And just keep doing that. There we go. Until it goes right in. So I'm going to put this in. There we go. Just do it. This is a little bit thicker. Okay, this one has grabbed some. And there we go. Back on the Tmax, I finally got my clutch plates in. And I have not done a clutch in a very long time. And the liquid is just super gunky. There we go. So this is the water pump. And here's the other one. It seems like it is loosening up. The gasket. There we go. This, I'm going to put a mark, and then I'm going to put a mark here to align everything right. There we go. It's kind of heavy. Clutch plates that I bought. This submerged. Some flat screwdrivers, and I'm just going to, it'll be difficult to see. You're just kind of pushing this little clip out. There we go. Now I'm just holding on to with my hand here. So now I'm just going to take this. This is that top, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take this, put it here. Another plate. Put everything in order, starting with the retaining clip, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way this way. New clutch components. They're all in oil, so I dunked this in the oil. Every single thing on here looks like it's completely burnt out. Okay, that goes in perfectly. There we go. Okay, on here. And now we have our clip, something to kind of push down this plate. The clip is in there. The filter on here. Right here is a seam. And the way this particular seat is, it's got a different texture where you would sit. This is a different texture. And then there's another line, which is another part that's been stitched. I am not sure how to really do that, so I'm not worried about it. So this is just completely falling apart. And I think we're done. This is just vinyl. Right there, there's a crease. And it just requires a little bit of cleaning, a little bit breaking in. Take a Sharpie and make a line where I'm going to cut this, because I don't think this windscreen could be revived. And I have the windscreen mounted. Everything is nice and clean. Tmax, and you see this on bikes that are stored outside. There's a haze that develops over the headlights. For this, I bought this. This is just a polishing compound, but I got it at Advanced Auto Parts. It's called Migwar's Plastic X, clear plastic cleaner and polish. Removes the cloudiness, yellowish oxidation, and fine scratches. And if you want, you could apply another coating if you wanted. And this bike feels much nicer to ride now that I have the bike fully fixed. The bike is extremely smooth. Feels so good to get this bike running. Oh my God, so much work. It does feel good. You have the sense of accomplishment when you take a bike that just was abandoned. I can't believe somebody abandoned this poor thing. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.